Hey everyone, what up? Mad Kaiser here, and welcome to, guess what? Another Tales discussion video. Yep, ever since when I made my first one, it has got recently 1.4 thousand views. Holy shit, like I never thought it'll be that popular, but Jesus Christ, like that's the most popular video I ever made. So thank you guys. I knew my passion for Tales would be worth it in the end. So I thought I just wanted to discuss on something regarding known as the Tales of 25th Anniversary live stream. Now some of you guys may not know this, but it was announced last month that there will be a special live stream that is sent around celebrating the series' 25th anniversary. And it is coming tomorrow, December 15th, 2020 at 8 p.m. JST. And it's going to be available on YouTube through the Tales of YouTube channel, which they just created recently in the same time as the Game Awards was taking place. And from what I read from Abyssal Chronicles, here are the people that are attending to it. I might not be able to pronounce these names very well, so forgive me on that, but I'll give you some mentions on the ones I'm interested in. So there's Yusuke Tomizawa, who is, now the recent German producer of the Tales series, and is also the producer of the upcoming Tales of Arise. There's Iwao Junko, Min, who's a voice actor for Mint from Tales of Fantasia. Chihiro Suzuki, who voices Luke and Ash from Tales of the Abyss. Kohei Hamasaki, who voices Kanata in the recent Tales of Krystoria gacha game. As well as we got Dean, who provided the opening for Tales of Destiny and Tales of Hearts. Misono, that provided Starry Heavens, and Soshiti Boku ni Dekiru Koto. Oh my god, I hope I'm not butchering his name so badly. Oh my god. From Tales of Symphonia, like the opening of it. And also got Motoi Sakuraba, who's like the main composer for like majority of the series. That includes Tales of Abyss, Tales of Vesperia, and of course my favorite from all of his works, Tales of Xillia. And of course we got the legendary Go Shina, who was, the composer for Tales of Legendia, and was a part composer of Tales of Hysteria. Which, by the way, oh my god, if he does come back to Tales of Arise in the series, that'll be great, because I love his music. And now we got to the past creators, which includes Shinichiro Okamoto, who is said to be, as chief director and executive producer, beginning with the SNES version of Tales of Fantasia, and was also been involved as a producer in Narkiri Dungeon and Narkiri Dungeon X, and the PS2 version of Tales of Destiny. Then there's Makoto I'm going to call him Makoto. I'm sorry, I'm really bad when pronouncing Japanese names, so I'll just call him Makoto, who's been previously charged in the promotion for Tales of Destiny and then became the producer, beginning of Narikiri Dungeon 2, and then the executive producer for the PS2 version of Tales of Destiny, as well as the general producer beginning of Tales of Innocence. Then we have Yoshito, who's the director and producer for various titles, including Tales of Destiny 2, Symphonia, Abyss, and also the chief director and producer for Tales of Vesperia. And we have Tatsuro, who was in charge of the combat system. And now let's see on what they are planning to do, from what Abyss Chronicles have given us. Now, the event aims to announce various projects ongoing in the celebration of the 25th anniversary. In addition, the latest information on app titles. Note that it specifically says app titles and not console titles, so this might be for mobile. Events and anniversary goods will also be delivered. The creators of the previous titles will also be giving secret stories regarding development of the older games. We also expect performances by the artists and composers. In addition, answers to the previously held questionnaire in Japanese, which asked about your favorite games, characters, scenes, songs, and anything you might want to ask the producers and developers, etc. Important to note that one of the questions inquired is what previous games we would like to see in modern consoles. As such, the Tales of series will be celebrating its 25th anniversary on December 15th, which commemorates when Tales of Fantasia, which was the very first Tales game, was first released in Japan for the Super Famicom and SNES. Now, things to note on this. Now, you clearly have said that in addition that this will have the information on app titles, events and anniversary goods, as well as we can also have creators telling their secret stories of development with the older titles, as well as we get some performances by artists and composers, and also a questionnaire with answers about people who have been asking developers and producers on what previous games they would like to see on modern consoles. Now, when they said it might be for mobile, this is just like a maybe. Like, whether we get news of consoles, like mainly Tales of Arise, is really unknown at this point. Like, to be honest, because since Tales of Arise has been been long in development, like ever since delay and stuff, and we haven't heard any more news regarding about it ever since last year. Like, if you cut back in terms of what we know so far about Tales of Rise, which you can watch on my video, you should know that we haven't got a new trailer or more information about the game ever since last year in September from TGS. And ever since the delay and stuff, we haven't. Everything's just been silent for the devs team. We haven't heard anything except for delay. And as such, that in the past gaming showcases, Tales of Arise has not even showed up a bit. I mean, hell, it didn't show up for the TGS, any of the Xbox or PS5 gaming showcases, though that one, obviously, I think you would doubt it will make it there. And recently, it did not show in the Game Awards, which of course was expected. I'm sorry guys. If you did expect Tales of Rise to be on the Game Awards, I'm afraid you're gonna have to take an L on that. I'm sorry. I knew, I had a feeling, I knew it was never coming. And as such, now we only have two possibilities for Tales of Rise to come. And that is Jump Festa, which will happen around, I think, December 18 to 20. And then before that, of course, this live stream. Now, will Tales of Rise make it? Will we get some news about it? That really is hard to depend. As I said, it's the best thing to do is not expect Tales of Rise to show up there, just in case, because if the devs are working so hard and if they don't and they feel like they're not ready to unveil more about it, then that's perfectly fine. Personally, I think we really need to get some more news because mainly because some of the other JRPGs have recently got some news and launch windows and all that stuff, even though despite that COVID is still a thing. So Persona 5 Strikers, YS9, Neo The World Ends With You, SMTV, Nier Replicant version 122, and other JRPGs I'm missing. Some of them have launch windows, and especially Scarlet Nexus at that point. Some of them have launch windows and some information about that, even though despite that COVID-19 is a thing, and even some games have JRPGs have been released this year, Final Fantasy VII Remake, even though technically that was before COVID really started to impact, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Dragon Quest 11, as Definitive Edition, as well as Trails of Cold Steel 4. And yes, I know that Trails of Cold Steel 4 is coming to PC and Switch also next year. Persona 5 Royal, all these games, and I understand what they're going through. It's the development must not be pleasant and such. I know in one of Tomizawa's posts that he said that the delay has not the development hasn't been affected to them that much ever since COVID happened. But honestly, when you're working from studio to remote, it's really hard to still try to develop the game in the way you want it. Honestly, just yeah. So, but overall, I'm just gonna say that the people that are coming here, the producer for the new producer for the series, as well as the upcoming Tales of Rise, as well as some voice actors from previous Tales games, as well as some of the composers from Tales games and other directors and producers coming here is really just fantastic. And now, as we're going for Tales of Arise, I really am not sure if it's coming here. I would recommend that for those who are you expecting from it to show up is to keep your expectations at a very, very low here. Otherwise, you're most likely going to get disappointed. At best, they might show it, they might show a new trailer or give some info, or it's a release date, or actually a launch window, since Tales of Rise, when it was first announced, had a launch window for this year, but obviously it's been delayed this year. So what I can really say is just to go with your expectations low. I understand that some people might find it odd that out of all the games that got announced and had launch windows, that Tales of Arise has still not got one ever since it's been delayed. Ever since it's been, A, recently rated in other countries, and B, also it's been voted #1 on Famitsu's anticipated games poll. But obviously, it's best that they just if Bamco and Torizawa really don't have time or aren't ready to show it just yet, then it's fine. They're clearly not ready to show it just yet. So yeah. Overall, I say I'm pretty excited to see what happens in this. If we don't get anything Arise related, I wouldn't mind if they announce they're gonna remaster some of the old titles, because in terms of accessibility, some of the Tales games, especially the old 2D ones, really need re-releases, especially for those who want to play them outside of not emulating them, playing them for the legal reasons. But given on how much expensive they are on the systems they are on, oh my god. Honestly, they really need to be re-released and stuff. I think they need to take a cue from Final Fantasy and re-release some of their old titles onto modern consoles like Steam, Switch, Xbox, PS4, all that stuff. Whatever they want, please do so. And same goes for the PS3 titles like Grace's Earth and the Xillia duology. Please remaster the Xillia duology. Overall, yeah, I'm pretty much excited for it, and I'm pretty much hoping to see something good out of it eventually. But yeah, guys, if you're expecting Tales of Rise to show up, please, for the love of Origin's sake, do not raise your expectations. Keep them very low, to be honest. And who knows, you might get news for Tales of Rise here, you might not. If you don't, I don't think it will come to Jump Festa. I think, I stated a long time ago, or I said this recently before, that if we don't get any news about Tales of Rise for this year, then we should at least get some more news for next year at least. But yeah, anyway guys, that's about it. That's enough about me rambling. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. punch that like button and keep that subscribe button if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Mad Kaiser out.